Roundy.
Hey, love is everything.
The boy is mine.
Shoulder to cry on. If that's a fact, then I'll be more than you ever could dream of. If all you need is oh yeah. I want you to know if I could be the kind of girl that's free to be died for. 'Cause the kind of girl that's free to be died for. 'Cause the kind of girl that's free to be died for.
Feel like something keeps going on. Don't say goodbye, let's get me. Don't say it's time for us to quit. Don't say goodbye, let's get me. Baby, please, 'cause it's not worth it.
Hey guys, what's going on? Let's see. Hello everybody. I actually just got a notification. I posted it on girl, where'd I post it? I did a community post. And because I know I've put several things out, so I know some people are going to come in and say I didn't get a notification, and that's very possible. But it's okay. Um, and if you're in the bushes, you know what to do. Okay, if you want to be in the chat, you gotta subscribe. If you want to comment, and then like the live. What's it gonna hurt? Okay. All right, guys. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. I'm gonna let y'all start asking questions. Like y'all throw the stuff out here that you want to that y'all want to talk about because the comments have been pretty lively and I feel like it's time for a good old addressing the comments and answering y'all's questions. So whatever you ask, we just gonna let y'all just go right on ahead and ask away. And I'm going to pin. Where am I going to pin this at? Rut-row. Hold on. Guys, it's summer, and if you don't have a bucket hat, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let's see. I know there's someone out there in the bushes that asked me for something a while ago, and I still have not produced it yet. But girl, the bucket hats are where it's at. If you don't know, I'm telling you. And these bucket hats are super cute. So, okay. So I'm pinning. Also, not girl, it basically, I mean, I live in the South. I'm down south, sis. I don't know what the temperature is today, but we have the air conditioning on. I know some parts of the country it's still cold, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it's not cold here. not, you know what I mean, intermittently. The weather's been a little bit funny. We know this, but it's girl, it's getting ready to be summer. It's getting ready to be summer. Hold on. Let me fix this. I don't like the way this is set up. How do I It's basically summer layout. Here we go. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, there we go. Um all right, now let me catch this up. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In Miami, it's 87. It feels like 100. I don't know what the temperature is here right now. Let me see. Let me look on my good old iPhone. It's probably 80 something. I'll be surprised. Um, oh, well, gosh, it feels like it's warmer, but it's 75. It's a beautiful 75 and it's very sunny. It's beautiful. Um, let's see. It's hot for you, Ari. Ari, what's the temperature where you're at, sis? And you know what? I'm so mad. So I had several people. Why did I even bother to run? Because I'd answered that question about Strong Mommy Chrissy and her story time about what happened to her eldest daughter. Look, at the end of the day, this is the deal. That lady opened up the conversation and included one of her children in the conversation. And out of respect for little sis, I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? I just know my daughter, she would be cringing if I was out here telling her business. And I'm going to kind of leave it like that. But I think sis thinks people are stupid. And it sounds like a very good story. And I'm saying story. But at the end of the day, sis, look, you handle it. All I got to say is there's a whole hour unaccounted for. And if I walk an hour from anywhere, I'll be somewhere. Can we all agree on that? Even if you walk fast or if you walk slow, let's say you walk a mile every half hour. For if you're walking for an hour, you would at least be 2 miles from the 7-Eleven, wouldn't you? If you walk kind of fast, maybe you would be 4 miles. Now, I don't know how far the schools are from the homes, but they can't be that far. So that's all I got to say. And you guys, that's it. I'm not going to answer any more questions on that, other than the fugazi mommy that thinks that YouTube streets are fugazi and not and stupid. Okay. That's where I'm at on that. Everything else, that's all her problem. Is 78 in Columbia? Okay, okay, okay. I know there's some North Carolinians in the house. It's definitely in the 70s, maybe close to 80 around here. It's getting to be nice, and I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks it's going to be beautiful. Um, so that's the hope, right? Because I'm ready now. Okay, so let me cross. Let me cross. Let me see if you guys have any questions. Like, are we gonna just let's see. If I miss, I'm gonna open up a queue. I'm gonna put the Q&A open. So if you have a question, put it in the Q&A because that way I won't miss it because everything isn't always with a question mark. So let's stack the questions. If you don't know how to use the Q&A feature, because I don't see it heavily used and we haven't used it in a while. Let me see. Okay. Gosh, I haven't used it in a while. Let me see. Did I forget how to use it? Hold on. All right. Let me enlarge. Okay. Engage. Start Q&A. Okay. Here we go. Okay. And I'm going to drop the link too because you guys asked for that. So we'll see. And if you don't want your face shown, I think you still need to engage your camera, but just hit the start camera to where it's red and has a line crossed through it. And then you don't have to worry about showing your face. And if you don't want your name shown, make sure you don't have your name shown, right? Okay. It's Friday. It's a little breezy and it's 62, 83, 78. Okay. Hey Doris. Hey everybody. Bama Girls working. Yes, 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 yes. 71 in Virginia. Absolutely. So okie dokie. 87 feels like 100. Now did I see Ruinta? I see someone said Ruinta's name, but I don't see her just yet. Did we see Ruinta? Someone said hi to Ruinta, so she must be here. There you go. See you, sis. Okay. All right. Okay, we've got a caller. Yay. Okay. Thank you, Bougie Gang. Let's see. Hello, caller. How are you, sis?
Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I'm so happy that you called in. Thank you.
No problem. So my first question is for the story. She
Okay.
doesn't have a vehicle, we all know.
Okay. Okay.
So obviously her kids ride a bus to and from
Mhm.
school,
Mhm.
unless they walk to school.
Right.
And technically, or usually, I don't know about Colorado, but usually if you're riding a bus, you're within a mile of the school. So she's mainly saying that her daughter doesn't pay attention when she's on the school bus to know what direction to walk home.
Did she say that her daughter said she didn't know how to get home?
Yeah, she was like, she has no sense of direction.
But she didn't say her daughter said she had no she look, let me tell you something. And I'm want to be respectful because baby girl, it's not her channel. This is her mom's running her mouth. So let's just also kind of like, is this fantasy fiction? But let's just take into account that we're reacting to the story she told.
Right.
I'm just saying, if I walk out my door and I walk for an hour, I'm going to be somewhere. You understand? Like
Mm-hmm.
whether you walk fast or slow, you're going to make some progress, right?
Exactly.
So she said sis has no sense of direction. So to your point, you've been going somewhere every day for almost a year. Well, even they I don't know if they started the school year there because didn't they go there in like September, October, but whatever. You've been going somewhere for 6 months and you are of a certain age. You should kind of know how to get home, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. And she says that there was an hour that sis was unaccounted for. And all I got to say is, okay, why are you also throwing in that she got her phone taken away, she's on punishment? If this was truly a I fucked up because I allowed my kid to go to an after school event, I don't have a car, her phone was low on battery, why is the punishment so severe? Like the punishment isn't matching the action. What did she actually do? Her phone ran out and she was at the 7-Eleven and she's trying to get home, or sis was hanging out with her boyfriend way too long and didn't answer the phone when she was supposed to be answering for the phone, and you can't account for an hour. Like if my kid was stranded somewhere, why is that an out why is that a punishment so severe when you're the one who allowed the kid to go to the after school game allegedly?
Well, I mean, that's
That's
the
all
whole
I'm saying. Like the
story.
punishment doesn't match. Like nobody get
Yeah,
like if this
that
was
whole
truly
story.
a I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. That whole story is something she should have just kept to herself. Like,
Because it doesn't
really,
match up. It's a lie.
from her going to a whole person's house to ask for an iPhone charger to she's 14 with a boyfriend. My daughter is, she'll be 18 in May, and it was strict. No boyfriend. I mean, like at that age, what's the purpose? It doesn't serve a purpose. You don't need a boyfriend. Like, that's just going to get you in trouble,
It's
you
going to
know.
get you missing for an hour and your phone took in and what else? Grounded, right? That's what it's going to get you because that story doesn't make any sense. And the fact that this lady brought the story to 200,000 people, thinking that people weren't 14, don't have 14-year-olds, and can't add one and one is ridiculous. It's a whole donkey. But I hate, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to speak on the kid because I don't know the kid at all. And this is my point. Chrissy needs to stop trying to make coin off them kids. If you want to talk about escapades, talk about yourself. I'm sure you got plenty of mishaps and fuck ups to talk about rather than dragging a 14-year-old into something that you told her she could go do. Okay? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like if you don't have a car, then you need to have a car there when the game is over. If the you know what I'm saying? Like if the baseball game ends at let's say 6:30, you should have had an Uber there waiting for her at 6:30. Your car's there. Go get in the car. It's a blue blah blah blah. They're waiting
Yeah.
for you.
And to a point that you had pointed out earlier, I think you had said, okay, yeah, you had said your child is going to learn mainly from what you show them, right?
Yeah.
How old was she when she had Caden?
I don't 18, 19,
Now,
20. I don't even know.
I
Girl, all
mean,
we
I
got to do
think
is go
she
to that
said,
1.4 million short, and the girl, she got it all right there.
I think she said they grew up together. I'm not positive, but I mean, as far as you showing something like that's something that as parents, we want our kids to elevate and be more than we are. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So why you would allow your 14-year-old daughter to have a boyfriend is just redonkulous.
It's ridiculous. It absolutely is. And as mommies and as women, we have to also understand that our kids are watching us. So like you pointed out, if you are a damsel in distress, then you're going to raise some damsel in distresses and you're going to raise some superheroes who think they need to rescue every woman. That's one thing. Now, are those bad qualities for a woman to fall back to her feminine side or to raise a son to be more masculine and to be looking out for the quote unquote females or weaker sex or however you want to put it? No, that's not a bad thing. But if you are, I don't need a man, and all those things, right? If you're all of the things that are stereotypical of the strong black woman, and I'm saying quote unquote, don't be surprised when your little ones exhibit those same qualities. Now, are those bad qualities? Absolutely not. But there's so many women out here that are just like, you know what? I'm tired of being strong. Can I get some help, please? Like, I don't want to have to do everything. I don't want to have to lock up. I don't want to have to fight every battle. I don't want to do this alone. You know what I'm saying? So when your kid makes a decision that when they're in need help, that they don't ask for help, that's that's something that the parents need to fall back on and say, this was a crisis. Maybe you didn't realize that, and that's good that you've got a cool head and you can handle adversity. But if there's a moment that you look around and you're by yourself, I need that light bulb to go off in your brain and to immediately be looking for a way to get in contact with me, or stay up under some street lights and get home as quickly as possible, even if you have to run. Okay?
Hmm.
Like those are the conversations that should be taking place, especially with a young woman, especially when there are things like kidnappings and sex traffickers and all kinds of weirdos out here, which is what she conveyed. I think Chrissy was trying to take advantage of, like, being topical and used her kid for example, but the story makes no sense. And sis, come better next time. Like, if you're going to tell the story how it really happened. But the fact that you say on 2 or 3 occasions in the story that your daughter got missing for over an hour, and then you called the boy and he had absolutely no details for you, and then it wasn't till you talked to him later that he had more to say, I'm scratching my head. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, okay. But that's, you know what I'm saying, like that was her content that day, and so, she needs to understand that the mommies of the YouTube streets that watch her aren't vibing with that story. It doesn't make sense.
No, not at all.
It doesn't make
I
sense. And
think
then
if
also,
that anything, it makes her look worse. You know what I mean?
right, like 14 with a boyfriend, I'm not gonna make like that's not gonna be me in my situation. Absolutely not. But if that's how you feel comfortable, sis. Sometimes I just like to let people listen. I like to just listen and let people talk themselves all the way out. And you just hear what they have to say. Let her, you know what I'm saying? Let her keep talking. You know what I mean? Like that's how you learn is by listening. And if she wants to keep talking, girl, we gonna listen. You know, she clearly she doesn't see anything wrong with it.
I want to know where the other part two is. Like,
Where's part two? Part two to the baby father?
yeah,
Baby father number 8 or number 7, followed by number 8. Um, and like I said, I know my daughter's in middle school. Kids cannot be at an event without being accompanied by an adult. It doesn't have to be their adult. They just have to be accompanied by an adult. So, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys get that. So, I don't know at the high school cuz I'm not there yet. I'm a mommy. We just have a mom, we just have one kid, and every day is a learning experience for us. Like we mastered elementary. That's why we're now at middle, and then I'll get to learn about high school when we get there. But I know at high school here in our area, um, the county that we're in, that's the mandate from the principal and the board of education. If there's after school events, they have to be accompanied by an adult. So I guess if an adult stops you, who are you with? Because I guess also you're being monitored, not by us, because this is after school and these teachers are off the clock, and then they want to probably make sure that you have a ride, so and that there's no problems. So I don't
and
know.
that's probably why they were at the store, because once school is over, the teachers leave or they tell you to leave the premises. You know what I mean? So
Right, they
that's
start clearing
probably
everybody
what.
out.
Yeah.
And why couldn't you just go back to the school? I'm sure the coach, they had a game, after the kids play, some of them are getting in their car, with their parents right away. Coach is still there, the principal, the janitors. There's always someone at the school. Janitors work second shift. You bang on those doors, there's somebody up in that school. There was nobody who could let you use a phone to say, I'm here. Girl, like I said, we don't. I'll let y'all. You guys can drop your assumptions in the chat. I feel like sis sis shouldn't have told that story. I think it's way too much exposure for a 14-year-old, to have her grown ass mom with 9 children, and a plethora of baby fathers talking her business. I think this should really be a lesson learned to stop talking your kids' business, especially when you're not smart enough to tell the story without trying to make your kid look bad. Like, that's
Mm.
why I don't even want to say anything about the kid, because it's not her fault. Mommy is trying to make coin off of an opportunity, and that's fucked up. Just to be honest, like I think that that's really shitty.
Yeah.
Like, put your kid out there like that for a bunch of what she'll probably go live and say, a grown bunch of grown women talking about a kid. Well, a grown woman who should have known better shouldn't have been running her mouth about the kid either. You know what I'm saying?
But
Namely her
she's letting
mother.
her
Like, come
act
on
like
now.
she's given her, with doing that, she's given her the authority to act like a grown person. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Leaving the house unattended, stuff like that.
Unsupervised.
It's just, you're putting them in a grown person's place when you do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
although you have the tracker on her phone, like, um, I'll tell you, I had my daughter when she turned 16. We got her a car. She was working a little job, and I thought everything was good, and you have that instinct, that mama instinct kicks in. And I looked at her tracker. She was at work where she should have been. And me and my younger son, we were out. We were just out. And I was like, you know what? Let's go bother your sister while she's at work. So we drive up, and I'm like, hey, where's she at? And she's not here. Her car's right over there. What do you mean? So, that was a situation where you can't trust the tracker. You know what I mean? So it's it's putting them in a position that can ultimately get them hurt or missing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I just I wouldn't even trust the tracker.
Me personally, I just would not, and I'm not talking about being phony. I'm talking about protecting. Why would you put as a mother? Why why continue? Like, is this the new content? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this the new content? Throwing your kids up under the bus,
I hope
but
not,
but
because
you're
she's
not taking any
so
responsibility for
big
having
now.
a baby with a guy that you met from the break room.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
she's throwing two under the bus now. So
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I mean, last week when this came out, the baby father story, it was okay. So who have you been lying to? Because at one point, all the kids were supposed to be accounted for, right?
Yeah.
But now you've got someone from the break room who's stepping forward, who basically is now allegedly the father, who basically you two got in contact with, but was only checking in with you every 3 weeks. And then from the 3 weeks, I'm going to drop the link in just a second, sis, okay? Because I don't want everyone all piled up on top of each other. I will, sis. I'm going to drop it for you. Um, but then you fall out of touch with him. And then it had been every 3 weeks he was calling, right? Then leading up to her moving, which was what, September, October, you guys hadn't talked in 3 months. So let's say June or July. And she kept referring to the kid as a baby. Um, I don't know. Like, maybe this is what she wants because Strong Mommy Chrissy is very well aware of how this reaction thing works. Maybe this is the kind of dialogue she wanted, but it's really disgusting that she thinks that this is content. That, if you want to put this type of stuff out, why don't you talk about yourself? Why don't you tell us about all this dating and everything that you're doing? Why are you trying to use the children? Is it because you want the dialogue to be with your supporters? They're talking about kids. They're doing this and that. You know what I mean? Like trying to create some drama, but some drama that thou shalt not talk about, instead of talking about how grimy you are to be in these situations. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's just
Yeah.
weird. It's very strange and it's very it's exploitive. She's exploiting the children. Um, Low key, left-handed, backhanded. You know what I mean? It's like a backhand exploitation of the children because people don't want to say too much because the kids are innocent and they're not getting up here doing this. She's going live about it. It is gross. Yeah, it's very gross.
I don't know. I wonder if all of her baby daddies are now going to question the paternity. I think it has to be the younger ones, because if she was showing, she said that he saw pictures of the baby, so I'm assuming it's more recent.
Mhm.
CP3 covenant for repeat, please.
Well, look at it this way. Some of the kids' fathers are on deck. I'm assuming some have child support. She's never said, I don't go through the court system. So we know she's told some stories in the past to let us know that some of the situations that she has established have been established in court, right? So um they can question, but I'm sure there's been DNA tests taken already. But the ones who have not taken DNA tests are probably the ones that need the that probably want some further explanation. But girl. And she's like, a lot of you have been in this situation, or most of you, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Everybody is not um, throwing around their womb to where they don't know who the fathers are. I mean, that's a very nuanced type thing that happens. Every woman out here is not running around to the point where they don't know who their kid's father is. Like, let's be real. Like, stop. I'm just
Normalizing.
gonna go out on a limb and say that's not everybody's story, sis. Like maybe in
Yeah.
your friend circle, but certainly not in mine.
Well, I think it's just she wants to normalize being a hoe. I mean,
Well, I've been saying that for over 2 or 3 years, and people really had took exception with that. But I think as people are getting older and people are we are normalizing talking about what's actually true and real, that it becomes like more palatable to be able to hear, like, okay, something's not right. Like that actually isn't right. Why it's like been like you can't say anything about the truth, and people put these videos out and they want people to start to accept this type of lifestyle that is really not good, just because you know how to make some eggs and you keep a clean house. So
well,
what?
I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's whatever. I would never have told that story. And like you said, where's part 2? We want to hear about the baby father,
I
but
think if she does the part two, it would definitely. Uh, I think she's waiting on part two because it's definitely going to point out what child she's talking about. The only
right.
person that hasn't paid child support or has been reluctant on sending them anything is the last three, Demarcus. And Steffi G was the main one talking about if they come over here, they're going to get tested.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. I'm banking on the last three. Either I don't know. A lot of people say the last two look a lot alike, but
Well, look at it this way. Let's do the math. She got 9 kids. She said him. So we know it's a male child. So we can eliminate 4 females, right? So there's 5 males. One specifically lives with his dad. So that's another one eliminated. 4. So her oldest wouldn't be referred to as how's the baby. He's a young man, right?
right.
Um and so absolutely the last 3. Well, if you look at the last 3, I mean, there's one that does not look anything like the other 2, other than they do have a same mother, right? So I don't know. That's up for that man, but I do think a couple of people dropped in the comments that they felt like something was going to be coming out. Maybe there's been some paternity tests requested, and maybe that's why she was trying to beat to the punch, putting it out there ahead so that when it does come out, that she's already got a story in play of. But she told those stories about cheating on DeMarcus, so that's nothing new. You know what I mean? Like if she cheated on him, would that be a surprise? Because she said that they were he was cheating, she was cheating. You know what I mean? So it seems plausible, but also after, before she left Colorado and she met DeMarcus, she had to been somewhere. Chrissy is just seems to be the type of woman that doesn't take a break. She's always got someone in the background as something is ending. There's someone else waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all have one of those friends. I would say. I mean, I've had those friends, so I'm not going to even push that. I'm not going to project onto Bougie Gang, but I've had some friends in my life that whenever they break up with a guy, there's one wait, like it's like, when did you meet him? Oh, I met him at the library. Like, you know what I mean? I met him. I was getting out getting some ice cream. Like they've always got somebody in the bushes waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Or like all the women on all the mommies. I've known him for years.
Yeah, I've
He's
known him for
difficult.
years.
Hmm.
But he's just waiting. And then you wonder why your husband's gone, or you wonder why your husband's cheating because, sis, you sitting there texting, you sitting there conspiring, you know what I mean? Girl, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. But I wanted to speak on that because I felt like there were still kind of like some comments that I don't know if either. I know I talked about that at the beginning of a Keisha video, and I felt like if you don't watch the Keisha videos, maybe from the thumbnail, somebody probably missed that portion of me answering that question. And I really didn't feel like I needed to kind of give commentary on it again, unless you guys decided you wanted to talk about it. Blaze does look like Demarcus. The little one to me looks like damn homie the clown, Strangler Bay. I feel like it's that the one right after Cash that is questionable because Sis was devastated after her breakup with that dude. If you go back and watch those old videos, she had to be up under somebody. And Demarcus may have just caught the bad end of meeting somebody who probably was already pregnant when they got together. That's just my theory. Um, I know this girl who pinned a baby on the wrong man when she was exposed and said, y'all acting like y'all never slept with two. Girl, are you kidding me? It's the table looked at her like, who's we? I guess I just lost HBB. Hold on one second. I'll drop the link again. And we can pivot off Strong Mommy Chrissy because sis, like you know what I'm saying? Like this is not exclusive to one um point of contact. I guess we'll probably talk about Jasmine in like do a reaction or whatever tomorrow. We're just answering questions today, so drop them in. If you have a Q&A question, I did open up a Q&A feed, so you can click on it and drop your question in there. Let me see if there's anything in there. If you guys know how to use it. We haven't used it in a while, so let me see. Can someone click on the Erica, do you mind, or Kitten Zombie, do you mind clicking on the Q&A and just dropping like a test question in there? Because we haven't used that in a while. And I hate to say if you don't use something, you lose it, but I was like, I forget how this thing works. Um, you should be able to see like a blue bar on top. It says place your questions here. Click on that and you can drop your questions in there just to make sure I get through all of your questions. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume you guys are like talking to each other and I'll highlight and stuff. But any questions you want like to direct at me, drop them in the Q&A. Girl, Mr. Professional, the married dude, sis keeps it popping over there. So I don't know what she got going on. Um, I don't know. Look, the bottom line is she opened up the door. You don't see it. You don't see the hold on, let me see. So let me open up the live. Let me see. Okay, let me come to the live. Oops. Okay. So if you go out and come back in, there should be a blue bar like it's pinned and click on that. I guess I see it different because I initiated it. I forget how to do this Q&A. Hey, babe. Let me ask my husband when we get his phone. Hold on. By the way, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, and the sale is over, so I'm sorry. I'm going to have to just preface that. Can I use your phone for a second? Okay, I'm having my husband. You didn't have to call back, babe. Like, you should be able to see it. Okay, you guys should see it now. I think I had one too many things. Okay, sorry, my bad. It had the bucket hat pinned, so that was my bad. Okay, there it is. Okay, guys, we fixed it. Thanks, dear. Okay, I got some Lorvae. I got the Diera sunglasses. I got the Unbothered in navy blue. Let me tell you, you guys know how much I love sunglasses, and you know, like the sunglasses I have on in this picture, those are Porsche design, and those can run you about 500. Now, the Lorvae are very nice quality, and they were like $75. Okay. Not to mention it was the anniversary sale, and I forgot what my discount was, but I got two pairs for under $100. So if you've been curious about the Diera sunglasses, the Lorvae, check them out. They're so cute. Let me tell you, I wish I would have bought two pairs of Unbothered because Unbothered are really nice. If you like, I wear a pair of like amber color Gucci sunglasses a lot. Um, those probably could have been, I don't know, 425. Those they have a really nice weight to them, a nice quality. They're not too heavy. The lens is very nice. It gives you kind of like that filtered brightness. It's a good quality sunglasses, and I'm a sunglass person. I was very happy with them because I don't just go run and like do a photo shoot of new items all the time, but I was compelled when I opened it up. I liked the quality, and I immediately kind of let you guys know, go check those sunglasses out because I think once her styles sell out, I think they're on to the next batch and maybe they bring some top sellers back. So everything I don't think makes it to the permanent collection, but they're nice. Yes, De'Ara Taylor. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted it. I'll post a link to it also. I did a reel about them, but I'll make a story and I'll put the link to the ones that I like. So you can get to it directly. But yeah, they're very nice. Very, very nice. If you like like a statement sunglass, and these are navy with like a yellowish lens, love them. So anyway, okay. Enough of that. But yeah, I like to talk about stuff I do like. So okay, anyway, back to what we were talking about. Drop your Q&As. Let's see if you guys have dropped anything in there. It's like, can I find the damn Q&A, please? Okay. Go to channel and Q&A. Okay. I don't think there's any questions in there yet. You know what? Let me fix this. Oh, I probably can't see it on this screen. Okay, it's gone. All right. Has anyone dropped a test question into the Q&A? Maybe not. Okay, we're going to just keep going. Let me see what you guys are saying. And my screen name came from the dude who lied to her. Oh, okay. Look, which ones did you buy? Oh, I got Unbothered. Hold on. I know I got Unbothered. I got Unbothered and Boast. So I got Unbothered in denim and I got Boast, the red ones. So I already did have a pair of red glasses that I got from Amazon that kind of remind me of the Chloe glasses. They're like a little bit of a dupe for the Chloe. Um, but these are red with a red lens. I figured they'll be fine to go to the pool, something like that. But the navy with the yellow, those can be like an everyday go to. Um, I like those. Those I love. They're a nice square lens. Um, ooh, ooh. Someone's putting predictions. Let's be careful on predicting on the kids, even though I just want to be fair, guys. These kids have some fugazi ass mothers. Let's you know what I'm saying? Like let's be gentle on the children who really, you know what I'm saying? Some, my mother was a saint. I'm just going to say. But these kids really can't account for the level of trash that has been put on them. So can we just keep it? I'm sure there's plenty of places to go and say whatever you want, but I don't want to. Number one, I don't want to be responsible, because then what's going to happen is people are going to think it's okay to trash my kid, and it's not. Okay, that's number one, and then number two, these kids are not responsible for these numbskulls that are their parents. So you know what I'm saying? Can we? If you guys have love and respect for me, can we just kind of keep it at that? Because honestly, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? We know the mommies are dumb. So let's keep it on irresponsibility and all of those things. I don't have a problem with you saying that, but or positive, something positive. But if it's some kind of prediction to the future that we don't know, um and that's not directed at any one person in the chat, so just take it, you know what I'm saying, just take it light and take it easy. At the end of the day, we want to be fair, and these kids are not like, Jasmine is a fucking idiot, okay? um Last night when she went live, I think I was probably the first person that clicked in, or it just registered that there was no one even there yet, but I was there. Sis was laying on the damn floor with her nose like all up in the camera. I showed my husband, I was like, look at this bullshit. And he's like, that's her content. He's like, that's her content. And I was like, you know what? That's it. Like, she's a fucking troll. She's a troll, guys. She is a troll. I got you hooked on Temu. Oh my God, Bama girl. It's an addiction, right? That's her damn content. She is a damn troll. Okay. The kids were crawling all over her like a bunch of ants, and she was laying on the floor. I don't know where the bed is. Um, all of a sudden, this chick is laid out on the floor and complaining about life. It's unbelievable. Like it's ridiculous. And then I'm over here. I just clicked on Hannah's Instagram. Hannah and damn, what's his name? I guess are in Vegas now. He's over there at the craps table. So I don't know. I figured we could do a reaction tomorrow because I really didn't want to get into it because I know I wanted to answer some Keisha questions too. We can talk about Jasmine in the morning, or I don't know, like we can look at a video now if you want to, but I do want to answer some more questions. Um, let's just do a reaction tomorrow afternoon. We'll get caught up on live reactions tomorrow. Let's just keep talking because I don't even feel like queuing up a video at this moment. You know, these chicks think that all like no one can do anything without a damn video. And bitch, please. Fran, check the questions again. A few of us asked questions. Okay. How do I do this? I forget. Hold on. Okay. I used to. Where is it? Okay. I feel like there's something I need to be doing. Okay, wait. I don't know. Someone's making something good in the kitchen. It's making me want to like, who's cooking? Who's cooking in the kitchen? uh, Girl, Farah made like a whole egg and cheese sandwich this morning. I had to say something though. I was like, next time, make sure you let me know that you're using the stove. But sis is getting very comfortable with I think this is what I have to hit. Just one second. Okay, is that it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I got y'all. Just one second. I'm getting there. Okay, it's going to be coming in just a second. Here we go. Yes. Hey. Okay. What's for dinner tonight, me oh my? Me oh my, I don't know. I think I'm going to make, we're probably vegetables. Last night I made some jasmine rice. I made kidney beans, like Haitian style, like sauce pois. Any of my Haitian folk out there? I made some sauce pois. I made some sauteed spinach. I made corn, and I baked sweet potatoes. Okay. And then I had some fish left over from the other day. I ate that. And then that's what everyone else ate too. I think Farah, we had gone to the grocery store and I got a pack of crab cakes. She had 2 crab cakes with rice and beans, and maybe a little bit of corn. And then my husband had a little bit of everything. Um, Tonight, I think we're probably going to do something the same. We were saying we need to go over to Sam's and buy a bag of sweet potatoes. So vegetable type stuff. Um, yes, sauce pois. So I just did some onion and some garlic and kidney beans and a little bit of tomato paste and some, some piment, and made like a very quick down and dirty sauce pois, and that was it. Do you think Jazz is getting a new bed? She better. Look, beds are basic. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might not have your bed. She might not have a good cloud bed from Restoration Hardware. But damn it, if you can be on this internet and you can tell us 57 times you're a social media influencer, sis, you better get a damn bed, because we're going to clown you every day until you get it. The Jacksons of Atlanta were sitting there on a damn blow up mattress. That clown bought his wife home with a 5th baby to a damn blow up mattress, and they haven't been upstairs since. Okay. So she better get a bed. Get a bed or be clown. That's it. Sounds good. I want to try Haitian food, especially griot. Absolutely. Griot's really, really good. Really good. Um, let's see. People talk a lot on TikTok about riz jonjon, which is like a black mushroom rice. People flip out over that. Um, let's see. Yes, we're good. What's for dinner? Okay, I saw that. Fran, did you end your live last night before you gave the results to the poll? I think I did. When was I was live last night? I was asking you to put it and get an answer back. Oh, what was the poll last night? Let me see, because there's a couple of people who always send me the poll results. But let me see. What was last night, y'all? Was last night the last night I stayed up late and did the Keisha video. Um oh, the live. We did a live and we talked a little bit about Jasmine and Chrissy. Which live are you talking about, sis? I need some new black sunglasses. Go look over on Diera's, but let me tell you something. If you go search Tom Ford aviators, girl. If you want to spend a little bit of coin, um is it Solstice or Sunglass Hut are having a sale through Macy's. Well, they're having a sale period, but it's also on the Macy's site. If you want to, spend a little extra, you want to spend, I don't know, 3 times more, search Tom Ford aviators. They have some black ones. I'm on some yellow lenses. Even though like those sunglasses I have on in this picture, I have yellow lenses I can put in them. Those are the Porsche designs where you can actually change the lenses. So really I don't even need sunglasses, because I can, like, it's unlimited, which you can do with those frames. However, if you want to go look at the the aviators. I'll give you the name of them, Erica. Go check those out. Too, those are really nice. But the Lorvaes are very nice. She does not have an aviator that I've seen, but they're very, very nice and nice quality. Well, I got the nerve. I forgot what the poll was about. Okay. So I'll do some checking though, sis. And I've been bad about reposting the poll results. And I promise I will definitely get better about doing that next week. I wrote myself a list, and Jasmine, no, I was not inspired by you. I was just like, I'm slacking. Okay, Double H said everybody work called. That's why she dropped off. Olivia Pope, if you're ready, sis, I think I dropped the link already. You are welcome to call in. Anyone is welcome to call in at this moment. Um, I think Olivia Pope maybe wanted to drop off some 2 cents. SV, what's the point of Vita? Girl, the point of Vita is for people who want to kind of like exercise the discipline of dropping videos every day. This is what I say about that. I don't think there's anything wrong about like a group think exercise. However, get with the fucking program. If you want to be in the program, then you got to get with the program. There's no point in saying you're going to do something and you're not going to do it. You know what I mean? When I first started YouTube, I've told you guys this 150 times. When I first started Francoise Vlogs to get myself monetized, because there's nothing worse than not having a network and not having any viewers or anything. That was my first channel. Like starting a new channel, I'm not going to say it's easy, but when you have a network, you're going to have people who are just going to come and subscribe, right? Um, I have a whole nother channel that I guess people have found and they just started subscribing to. It's not like a bunch of people, but so OSIP, like I did put up a channel, OSIP, and maybe some people found, I don't know how they found it, but some people have subscribed to it. I don't know if it's Bougie Gang or not, but people have attached, subscribed. Maybe they're waiting for me to drop a video, whatever. Anyway, that doesn't always happen when you don't have a network, right? Because how social media and the algorithm works, I'm attached to another channel, so it might come into your preview, right? So, long story short, when I started Francoise Vlogs, I wasn't getting it wasn't happening. And I said to myself, I was watching enough YouTube channels, and I just said, you know what? I need to get good. My videos suck. I need to practice editing. I want to practice storytelling. I want to learn how to film. Um, I want to learn how to do some of the tricks. I want to get comfortable. I want to do all of those things. And I said, I'm going to vlog every day for a whole entire year. I saw a guy who said he did that. And I was like, well, if he can, I can do it. I'm in the car all the time. That's how I kind of started doing commentary. But anyway, long story short, I did a 365-day challenge and I got myself enough subscribers and enough watch time in 9 months. So it took me 9 months. This channel took me under 3 months because I had that channel, right? My other channel, Real Talk Bougie, only reason why it took me as long as it did, because it's hard to work on 3 channels. That's why right before last Christmas, I went ahead and shut down my vlog channel because my vlog channel wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And it's not. And I just don't necessarily have the desire to navigate in that format anymore. I think I'm going to still do lifestyle stuff, but I have to carve out how I'm going to do that. But when I really put my mind to it, it did not take long at all because now I know what to do, especially doing commentary. I don't want to say it's easy because there's nothing that's easy, but I know what to do and I was able to do that. Um, so for a lot of the people who, you got to put the time in. It's work. It really is work. Before you make $1 on YouTube, you're going to have to put in some work. And the people who don't want to work, they're making a little bit of money now. They have a catalog. They get royalties off of people watching their old videos. Jasmine should never, the way Olivia Nicole Johnson shot herself in the foot was by deleting her whole catalog. You have less to offer the system and you took everything out of rotation, and because you wanted to take the content away or people knowing your backstory because you're a fucking liar, and you shot yourself in the foot. That's how you killed your channel. So this woman has almost 100,000 subscribers, but gets just as many views as reaction channels that have 90% less. So that's how you kill a channel. She basically murdered her channel. Okay, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep it lively. If anyone has any questions, drop them into the Q&A. Jasmine said that she is now going to be posting content and not lives. We will see. She's hooked on lives. Jasmine has no friends, no social interaction, and that's how she gets energy, by talking to the people. Speaking of sales, Sephora is having their big sale this weekend. Okay, guys, and I did post a video. So speaking of Sephora, one of our sisses in the chat, she's not in the chat right now, but she's one of our sisses. She's absolutely stunning. I shared her channel, and she does lifestyle vlogs. And if you would support her, I will bubble up her video again. Um, you won't be disappointed. Go check her out. And this is not paid. This is a sis who supports me. So we're gonna keep this social media thing social. And I shared her video. You know what I'm saying? So go check her out, even just to see if it's a channel that you're interested in. It's nothing ratchet. Sis is a corporate, hardworking woman, and exercising her creativity by creating digital content. And I certainly appreciate that, because I'm there too. You know what I mean? So um, when I see people who are working and posting and really trying, you know, I like to mention that. Um, so yeah, well, we'll see. Did she post a video today at 9 o'clock? Me oh my, can you do a check, please? Hey, CC Virgo. Okay, let's keep the conversation going. Jasmine, she's a creep. Okay, done. Next, Keisha. Okay, let's talk about Miss KeeshaKaylee, guys. You guys were very active in these comments this morning. Did you guys like the premiere this morning? I know you guys like to do those reactions live, and we will still continue to do that, but at least a couple of times a week, you might see and it may not always be Keisha, it could be anything else. You know what I mean? But I think I'm going to definitely get back to at least dropping a reaction, once or twice a week, of a recorded variety. So it's more of a grab and go, and it's not a 2 hour, 1.5 hour, and then we can always get together afterwards and have a chat. Okay. Um, you're silly, Olivia Pope is so funny. Both Bath and Body Works had a big sale this weekend. Some people mix designer with, absolutely, yeah, definitely, and Zara too. You know what? I didn't really know. I don't know that Zara is intentionally trying to make dupes, but there are a couple of channels that I follow that identify. Okay, this Zara scent is the same as this scent, and that I never knew that they were kind of dupes. No video at 9:30 a.m. Yeah, I think we can just call it an L. Okay. Um, you placed a Bath and Body Works order this morning. Okay, awesome. All right, let's talk about sugar, guys. I know sugar is the big bad wolf, and I get it. There was someone who asked, like, what's the problem with Keisha limiting sugar for her kids? There's no problem. Keisha doesn't know how to speak English, okay? Keisha said in her video, I don't want them to think it's their privilege or their reward. And I said, is mommy okay? Did she fall? Yeah, she can take some. Okay, guys. That was mommy. Portia's playing with mommy. Anyway, um, so I don't have, so it is a privilege or a reward. She's using it as a privilege and a reward. What she was trying to say is that she didn't want them to feel entitled to sugar. Okay. The way she said it was backwards. All I was saying was they shouldn't feel like it's an entitlement. She's trying to retrain the entitlement because they've been having far too much. I don't give a fuck how she raises those kids, how she feeds the kids, how she disciplines the kids. It's of no circumstance to me. Please keep in mind, I'm reacting to the video. At the end of the day, if she doesn't want to give them sugar, don't. Okay. Um, my thing is, I was listening to what the woman said and she said it wrong and I was correcting her. And that's it. Okay? That's it. That's it and that's all. Okay? Candy, have it not have it. I think that kids, the doctor's going to tell you when there's a problem, and children, I feel like, look, I feel like if you make kids have very narrow palates, they're going to be adults that have a hard time finding food to eat, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's her problem. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I really don't care enough. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Um Bath and Body Works. So the main Bath and Body Works that I love is it Champagne Toast? The one that they only bring back at Christmas? Um Another, well, you know what? Once you put them in public school, they're going to have their papers. So, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people can fly under the radar without putting your kids in public school. Once your kids enter public school, there is the eye of scrutiny on you by the law. Okay. If you're going to get an exchange for this free education, then you are going to be trading off some of your privacy. And you're going to understand, if you didn't know, you're going to understand that your child is a whole person with rights. Okay. People who like to diminish or um, really control their children's every move and rights, if you will. And I'm not saying this is a homeschool thing at all, but they'll keep their kids at home, right? If you want your kids to fly, like the lady who took off to Alabama and left her kids in Texas, her kids were not enrolled in school. That's how they went undetected because people were like, well, wouldn't the school have called? Yeah, had they been registered? They weren't registered. That's how they weren't in school. Mom didn't have them in school. It's a very scary thing to know that there's a lot of children out here who are under the radar. Okay. Um, so whatever. Once she puts them in school, it's a whole nother story. So don't worry. The kids are fine. You know what I mean? That woman is a weirdo. The kitchen. So apparently, what looked like a trap door to hell over the refrigerator is a cabinet with a black painted black. I Someone in the comments said that they thought that it should match the other cabinets. I beg to differ. I think that the more modern kitchen, which is what she's going for, the modern farmhouse, I think that how they have the center island painted a different color, it would have been okay to whitewash that cabinet and it would have looked a lot cleaner and more finished. It looks like something's missing and it looks weird. Maybe in person it looks much nicer, but I will be willing to pledge on a stack of Bibles. I'll never know. You know what I mean? I won't know. I will never be in that home. And if I am, I'm sure she won't be the owner. You know what I mean? So that won't be happening. Um, what was interesting to me was in the video was also that she doesn't care about the basement. So I'm wondering how much money is being spent to remodel the basement because sis clearly said that what Jeremy's doing down there, she don't care. I don't know what he's doing down there. She says she don't care. She don't care at all. And that's from the studio to whatever else he's doing. She doesn't really care to know about what's going on in the basement until it's fully renovated. I thought it was interesting that the kids are still on those damn baby shark chairs, and those chairs should have been over to the Goodwill a long time ago. And why is it that the kids can't sit at the damn table and eat their food and watch their videos? Or why has a table, you were at IKEA the other day, why didn't you buy one of those tables for the kids to sit at and put it in that big empty spot in the kitchen? You know, Roxanne, let me say something to that point. Let me drop the line again, y'all. Um, I've never really thought of Keisha as someone who emasculates her man, but maybe low key she actually does because she's got him by the balls. I know I've said that a million times, but the fact that she fully articulated that she doesn't care about what's going on in that basement, like, it's weird. I felt like she was saying she really didn't care about the studio, and then she kind of caught herself mid sentence and said she didn't care about what was going on in the basement. I don't think she cared about what's going on in that studio, but whatever. It was strange to me. Okay. Um, but you might want to have some interest in what your man is doing, because the more he feels like you don't care what he does and he's of a free spirit and a I don't give a fuck, that's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like you sitting over there playing house. You sitting over there playing wife. Why don't you act like a wife and care about what the hell's going on up under your roof and in your damn basement? You could have somebody living down there for all you know. I wish I would not go see where money that is coming out of my house is being spent. Okay? But whatever. That's just I'm grown. And I'm in a marriage that's approaching 10 years and been with a man for years on top of that. Okay. So he's interested in what I'm doing and I'm interested in what he's doing. Am I all up in his colon? Absolutely not, because at the end of the day, he's a whole grown up, right? But at the end of the day, we pay each other mutual respect and interest to our endeavors. You don't think my husband comes through and checks out what's going on Love Lies and Lace Fronts? Think again. Okay. He's interested in what I'm doing. I'm interested in what he's doing. Um, that's a relationship. You not having any interest in that man, it just kind of clicked to me like, damn, okay, sperm donor. Um, Girl, I don't know. I really don't know. If he was so much of a prize and she really thought of him in that way, she would be down in that basement checking out and seeing what he's doing and like, oh, nice job. I love it. Da, 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 da. Her not paying any attention to what he's doing, she doesn't give a fuck about him. Like, let's be real. It's more of a possession. I got him by the balls. You can't have him type of thing to me, based on like that was weird to me. Like, if you're going to sit up there and play house and put someone's name as a part owner of a property, I would think that this is your Kang. And if that's your Kang, you should be knowledgeable about what's going on in your home and try to be a helper in terms of what's going on down there in that basement. She's stuck on that ding-a-lang, and that's all she wants. She just wants to control that sausage and what comes out of it, and that she wants to be the mother of all of his children. And you don't control that. You won't. You with that type of attitude, you definitely won't be controlling that. I'll tell you that. Ask Tamala Man. Okay, I think her husband. How many kids does that man have? 2, 3 kids. I was in shock. I did not know that that was what was going on over there. A man who is loved and adored, um, and has a good self-esteem and values his family is not going to be sitting around making babies all over town. They're just not. Now, could they cheat? Possibly, but they're going to take their precaution. They're not going to have babies all over town. And the really good ones won't be doing anything. They're going to be at home. They're not going to be outside. and they're going to be handling business, and you don't have to sit around and worry. Okay. You guys think Keisha doesn't don't Keisha don't what's going on? She's controlling and then some. Yeah, she's I don't know. She said she doesn't care what's going on. Like she said it so freely, it made me think she doesn't care what's going on downstairs. Maybe her ass fell down the steps. Who knows? She said she didn't care what was going on downstairs. I can see her as the type of person that if she doesn't care, she doesn't care. Now if that's true or not, quite possibly a lie. So GJ, I can see both sides. Um, but when that chick is freestyling, that's going to be next to the truth. When that chick is running her mouth, that's when we're hearing the truth. She says she didn't care about what was going on in that basement. Okay. She didn't know where the kids were. She was like, are they upstairs? Are they downstairs? Oh shit, they're down the basement. She didn't even think that they were be down in the basement, but Jeremy had made a whole space down there. The kids were probably downstairs just having a good time, like being free and be able to run around. Maybe they got their bicycles. She said they were living their best life. Maybe she's not allowed downtown. Maybe she's not allowed downstairs. Me personally, I would have to go look downstairs. Because if I hear a noise and you're not home, I'm going to grab something and I'm going to go and make sure that those doors are locked and there's not something going on downstairs that I need to know about. Okay? That's playing wife too. Okay? That's playing homeowner. So you get yourself to where you don't even go downstairs in your own basement. That's crazy. Especially as scary as that sis is. She's a scary cat. Um okay, right, Purple Rain? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I check the home. Especially if I'm home alone, I'm gonna check, make sure everything is locked down. Look at the security panel. If it's green, that means everything is locked and good, right? When I see that security panel and it's not on green, the green light's not on, then I know that there's a door that's unlocked somewhere. I need to go, handle something, right? But it also sends me a text. I don't have to tell y'all everything, but you guys know how security systems are. If you have the girls that know, right? Anyway, let's keep moving. The ugly wig, okay? The saga continued with the wig. She said that she was going to take it off. As much scratching as that chick did with that wig on, girl, sis needs to be locked up, okay? That wig is a L. All right? That's a hold, you're fired. That's all I wrote down for Keisha. Unless you guys have some more stuff to talk about. I guess Lily, we could talk about that. I didn't write her down on my list, but Lily and the revelation of the co-parenting meetup, I thought was interesting. And one of the sisses put down in the chat something about Keisha crying on that day, and that maybe that was the reason why Keisha was crying that day, because Jeremy was out with Ashley. And we don't even know when the meetup took place, but it would have had to take place in the last couple of weeks because they were talking about the song. And so in the last 2 weeks, whenever she was crying, is it possible that that's when the meetup was? Possibly, right? So interesting, right? What else was something else? You guys had a lot to say on that topic. Some people were critical of Ashley, some people not. Look, at the end of the day, everybody has their own opinions, and how they feel about this cast of characters. I think that's what makes it interesting, and kind of still something worth kind of paying attention to. But is this the most compelling story on the YouTube streets? Absolutely not. I'm just waiting to hear and see something better, that is kind of, interesting. But yeah, you know, um, Ashley is still, she's got some tea and she has not shared it. I loved how she low key dropped that her and Mama Pastel have a deep relationship and they are very friendly, and she talks to her and advises her, and they have they talk. Now, isn't this 1B hair, or she doesn't classify this as 1B? Maybe that's not 1B. What is that, 2? Is that a 2? Is that 1B? Is that and then it's ombre, right? Anyway, whatever. She felt like she hadn't worn dark hair in a long time, but I feel like that is actually a decent color hair for her. But anyway, so we heard some things from Lily. It was interesting. Look, the last thing let's talk about real quick. And I know a ton of you guys don't like to talk about this woman. Look at the girth. Okay. This lady went live yesterday talking about some dude she's been talking to for a couple of weeks. She hasn't even been in Florida for a couple of weeks. She got with some guy. He's 40 years old. He put that good 40-year-old, that good mature uh thing on her. But apparently it wasn't enough to where she didn't want to break up with him. So she says she's cutting things off. I think that he got a whiff of tuna and ghosted her, basically. But she says that she did not regret giving him the boots. She says he's in medical sales and he is a grown man. But she says he's boring. Sis wants Chris Brown. And I'm like, girl, look, this is the type of woman Olivia is. She was sitting there trying to coach Loyalty Gang. Olivia is a girl, a woman who wants someone to drag her. She wants someone to give her a workout, not just in the bedroom, but in her heart. She wants someone who gives her a run for their money, and she likes to be drugged. The only reason why she's in love with Chris Brown and he could do no wrong for her is because this man has 3 kids now. He's got 3 by 3. He is unapologetically single. We don't even know if he's really single, but he appears to be, right? And he does what he wants to do. He's his own man. And you know what? He can do that because he has millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars, and he's influential. He's got a network. He takes care of these kids. Nobody's going on live talking about they didn't get their money. This man he's got options, okay? Her fantasy is to have a man of that caliber, and sis, you don't qualify. Even if he was with a stripper or a prostitute that he has a baby with, okay? Because let's be real. Look at and I don't know if Drake's baby mama, they say she was a dancer. Some of these girls, the first baby mom, Chris Brown, she was a party girl. She's someone who came through on a party night and allegedly put a hole in a condom, okay? These are the baby moms, okay? These are the 3 by 3s, okay? This is the type of man that she wants, okay? She wants someone who will give her a damn drag session, okay? On the phone, in life, in her heart. She wants a bad boy. Let her. Let her. She had that, but she couldn't hold on to it. She had Zolo bands, but she couldn't even hold on to that. He's happy with a lady who is mature and settled and knows what she wants and gives him, and they have the lifestyle that they enjoy together. So I'm not even here to talk about, Miss Donna or Mr. Zolo bands. At the end of the day, you had that. But because yo crazy ass can't let a man be a man, yeah, he's gone, sis. He's gone. And she likes to say Miss Gladys. and then she calls the other one. She calls tries to call Nisha the helper. But yes, is it's funny that everybody, all your men are gone with other women and happy in long relationships. Where is my husband? I mean, my ex husband. Um, girl. So yeah, she went live to tell everybody she gave up the boots. She doesn't regret it, but she doesn't want to be with the guy. She says she's getting rid of her angel tattoo. Now, I've said this a million times. I don't think the baby's name, AJ, I don't know who AJ is. I think she made up a name, just like how Love by Erica calls that baby Drake. Whatever that baby's name is, remember, Latoya Mucker was working for the hospital system. Latoya Mucker lost her job because she was looking up Erica's name, and there is no Drake that was born when Erica had that baby. And I think that's why Latoya lost her job, being nosy and messy. Um, and was, go ahead and fix your camera, sis. I'll let you in as soon as you got that fixed. Um, or I'll put up a screen so nobody can see. Okay. Let me find something appropriate. I don't know why when people come live, like the avatar things don't show up, but let's see. Hello, sis.
Hello.
How's it going?
Very well. Girl, the streets are so spicy.
Oh, really? I guess I
Very,
missed everything.
very.
What's the spice? What's going on?
Well, can I first say, like, with this chick right here, I want to relay a story. Like, when you were talking about going in the basement,
Are you talking
one
about
of
Miss
my,
Kaylee?
the,
Miss Keisha?
yeah,
Okay.
Keisha, how about one of my colleagues caught her husband and a mutual in the basement, in her basement,
Girl, spend
cheating?
time not knowing what's going on in your house if you want to.
That part. She came back to get her sweater, and that's how she found him.
Ooh, ooh, that's bad.
Yeah. So I mean, it can happen. It happens.
Mm. But it won't be happening to you, will it? Hello? Did your sound cut off? I think sis lost her mic. Sis, can you
Now,
I can hear you now. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that wouldn't happen to you. Oh, call back in, sis. Okay. Guys, you got to know every inch of your home. That's the point. Okay? Let's sis call back in. Hold on. Let me drop the link again. Okay. All right. She messed up with the husband and messed up with the baby boy. Yeah, Olivia's weird. Gave up the boots. This is my notes. Guys, remember, okay. I used to just go live and I just have my notes. Girl, I was taking notes last night. I was like, okay, now what are we gonna talk about today? I used to have my list, the infamous list. It was funny. There was someone who used to say in the chat, not the list. Not the notebook. I was like, you know what? Let's get back to basics. We need to switch things back up again, and get back to fun. Um, Sometimes things become very routine. And I do like talking to you guys. And I feel like sometimes the reactions taking so much time for the live reactions takes time away from us actually getting to have conversation and um have a dialogue. So I know we do dialogue during the reactions, and those are still fun, and those are obviously part of the channel, but I do enjoy making sure that because sometimes it's like we'll do a live and I remember some things I wanted to talk about, and then it just becomes like, I'm not going to bring that up again. Let's just keep moving. You know what I mean? So I like kind of having my points of reference that I do want to talk about. And sometimes it's just not always, it doesn't always have to be about a video, because I'm going to be honest, some of these chicks are very boring. I mean, we already know this. I'm not enlightening anyone at this moment. Some of them are extremely boring. And I mean, of course there's some videos we love to watch because it's crazy, but there is a lot of just duplication out here, and not all of it is worth really sitting there and watching their videos. Like some shit is popping off and it's all gravy and it's, like it's super cute. You know what I mean? Um Thank you, Tam. You are such a sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so sweet. But yeah, nothing's really changing. Just remembering, like, oh yeah, and making sure to, like, let's address the comments. Like, we've just gotten away from some of the things that I think, I know that you guys enjoy, and I enjoy them too. And I like to kind of, have conversation around like what's actually going on. But anyway, but yeah, Liv, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that woman and what she's got going on. It's interesting and then it's not. She's a very bad storyteller. Only thing she can do is really cuss somebody out. But she stated that she wants to take the Angel tattoo off. I don't know what Angel was about. I don't know what that means. Only thing we know is that she got that tattoo while she was pregnant. And get it taken. Like, who cares? Like, I don't think that that has anything to do with anything. I'm going to be honest. I just think it's a red herring. Is that the name of the baby? I doubt it. Um, does she have Angel tattooed on her hand? I think that would be more significant because she's got all the kids' names tattooed on her hands. Is Angel's name on her hand? That is probably where the baby's name is. That tattoo that she got put on her hand with the kids' names, that would tell us what the baby's name is. Now, until she wants to talk about it, she's not going to tell us. Olivia is very cunning. She's a whole liar. Um, and I'm going to be honest, nobody really, like, people care but don't care. You know what I mean? I think it's interesting to watch. She's definitely a train wreck. She's a whole case study, absolutely. But as far as falling into the traps of, she's lost a lot of the interest. Like when she was live yesterday, I had to click off, girl. I was watching this girl. I forgot what her name is, but I did just subscribe to her channel. She's a young girl. She's living in her van, and I think she's in Texas somewhere. And I was like, girl, and her van is kind of a little bit beat up. I was like, our sister, you gonna be okay out there? Go ahead sleeping over there at Walmart and everything. But it was interesting nonetheless. But I had to wait till after the live was over because I can't watch her live like that. I got to speed through. I don't have time for games and shenanigans or people taking forever to spit out what they got to say. It's boring to me, right? That's boring. And people that really tried, if I sat here for 45 minutes to get to the point, I would understand why people get mad. And she doesn't, she was talking to her audience. She says, the guys have to check all the boxes. And someone said to her, well, what box are you checking? And she said, well, what box are you checking? I mean, it's very fair for someone to ask you, what boxes are you, like, if you want someone who's going to bring something special to the table, what are you bringing to the table? And because someone asked her what she's bringing to the table, she damn near gets belligerent with them. She's weird. She's crazy. So, and this is how she's live. If you think that some guy who works in medical or medical sales or whatever is with you beyond fetish of bedding down a 400-pound woman, you gotta be out your mind. Hold on a second, let me show you this. We're not gonna watch this, but, uh, it's like, Olivia, you're a whole sideshow at the circus. She thinks that oh, she's trash. She's so disgusting. Look at this. Wait, let's see. Look at that. Okay, I mean,
I don't know what y'all think. Like,
I
men can't find pussy down the street, on the block, around the corner. Like, a man can find
it's
pussy.
giving she's living
I just want
in a boarding room, like
there's a
a
lot of
boarding house or
tests and
something.
leaps and bounds for this shit. Like, I don't know. And here's another thing that I want to point out. Listen, we put sex on a pedestal, right? We put our on a pedestal. Let me tell you something that every single fucking woman on this earth.
So she basically says that she's been celibate. Um, and someone said, yeah, maybe you should have a 3-month rule. So she's been celibate for allegedly 9 months or whatever since she had the kid. I mean, you just had the kid a year ago, but you've been celibate for 9 months. So right after you got your 10 to 12 weeks or whatever, 9 weeks, whatever, you gave it up to somebody, whatever. Okay, good for you. Because we can all do math, right? That being said, she seems to think that even though you didn't do anything for 9 months, meeting someone new, it's not worth putting your box on the shelf to wait, because what if you wait and you find out that the sex is bad? Okay? Um She says that dealing with Gerard was bad, but you were with him for 10 years and gave him 3 kids. So, which one was it? So, it was bad, but you stayed with him, you married him, you gave him 3 children. She's like, when I was listening to her, the only thing I could think of was there are really some people out here who are buying into this topsy-turvy, what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right type of dialogue. And if you are a weak and feeble-minded woman, this type of person actually becomes like a beacon, and people feel sorry for her. People think her lifestyle is the way to live. She's a weirdo. She's disgusting. She's living in a back room somewhere, and she's got a kid that is a whole secret, which that's fine, girl. Keep your kid secret. Like, I don't, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to show your kid. Um, but the fact, me personally, at her age, and you're like, if someone says, let's say, for instance, the story Strong Mommy Chrissy told, right? And she had to call the police, or someone's talking to her about something, and you don't know what your kid wore to school. You don't even know what's in their wardrobe anymore. You don't know what color their backpack is. You don't know what they're working on for homework. The fact that you're a mother and you want to sit here and stake your claim to your position, and sis, you don't even know what your kid ate for breakfast. You don't know, does anybody have a cold? You don't have enough of a relationship with anybody to clue you in on the day to day of what's going on. You are legitimately persona non grata, and you took your old hefty ass back across the country and left your kids behind after you made such a big damn deal about moving across country to be closer to them, to go give up the boots to a medical salesperson who doesn't want your fat ass. I would feel pretty dumb. Okay. I would feel dumb, stupid, and silly. Okay. Because when homie figured out that you were a trash can and he got to unload in the trash can, yeah, it was done. Okay. And you can say whatever you want to say to make it sound good and to make it sound like you were talking to Loyalty Gang and trying to drop them some wisdom. When you can get out that damn back room and you can establish some relationships with these men who you've had children with, and it's not all for play, then you can come to the YouTube streets and say something that people are actually going to listen to. But you sound like and look like complete trash. And you're not fooling anybody. You sound goofy, sis. You sound goofy and slow, and you're not impressing anybody. You are in your 30s living off the kindness of someone who allowed you to go sleep in a back room. Because if you were in your own place when your baby was crying for an hour, you would have had to go see about him. But clearly you're living somewhere where you have help because you're a helper ass, no account, subpar female who is barely holding on to her children, and it's sad and pathetic. But this is what Olivia has to offer. This is her content of the moment. Look at the meme is wearing Keisha's wig. Um Girl, it's pretty sad. It's pathetic. But hey, if that's your content right now, I ain't buying it. And there's no amount of you low key talking about people who are in relationships and saying their relationships can't be good. It's just sad because of the fact that you have been drug up and down everywhere and worn through and ran through that you don't even believe that real relationships exist. But sis, they do. They do. And you just don't have access to them because of you. Fix you and maybe you can qualify and get better, but sis, your life is in a downward spiral, and the fact that you don't see that is pretty pathetic. And the fact that the people who sit there and listen to her would even tune in with any like drop of like understanding, catching some motivation or anything from this woman, you got to be kidding. It's like, sis, you are in the back of the house. Your stuff is probably in storage somewhere. And then you're going on live streams looking like you're out meeting someone on a corner at 10 and 11 o'clock at night on a Tuesday. This man who is in medical, why can't he take you out at 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening? He's taking you out at 10, 11 o'clock at night because, sis, it's a booty call. And he got to go to work in the morning. So he's going to run you down over to the hotel. Okay, sis? 10, 11 o'clock and he's meeting you somewhere? Girl, bye. Someone is at home or he just left his real girlfriend's house. He don't want you. He don't want you, sis. Okay? If he can't pick you up in the daytime and he only picks you up at the nighttime, girl, you're just a trick. Okay? A whole trick. Why, if he has a house, is he taking her to an Airbnb? Because his wife is at the house or his girlfriend's at the house, or he doesn't want his neighbors seeing the 400-pound lady getting out the car for a rendezvous. Okay? That's what that is. His real girlfriend can hop out the truck or hop out the Benz or hop out the Cadillac or whatever he's pushing. Okay? He's going to meet you over at the damn Sonic and he's going to run you over to the Airbnb. Okay? And just because he bought you a couple of sandwiches and a soda, girl, when you can get some keys, girl, forget about a sandwich and some sodas. Forget about paying a light bill. Girl, don't you have your own $100? Girl, get a condo. Have him lease you an apartment. Have him get you out the back of that house you staying at. Have him get you an Airbnb for the next 3 months till you can get up on your feet, brokey. Okay, let me stop. Okay, guys? Let me stop. I'm done. Girl, sis feels good about getting a whole $100. Ooh, okay. Girl. If he's making money like that, he should have walked in the door and already had $100 clocked in. You know what I'm saying? A professional man, he should be walking out the door every day of his job making at least 500, 600, maybe even, who knows, $1,000. Okay. $100 is nothing. Okay. If he's a six-figure ninja, girl, $100, that's small. That's small to a giant. Okay? But you're happy because you got a little sub sandwich or some damn fried chicken tenders and a margarita and a night at someone else's house. Okay. Okay, sis. Okay, we gonna let sis live another day. Okay, but let her keep talking about giving up the boots. And okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna let y'all go. This was fun. And we'll get caught up with a reaction tomorrow. Okay. Sip on that. Guys, if you are here for a Keisha reaction, if you did not catch it earlier, I reacted to Keisha's recent video and it was posted earlier today. So get on it. And if you're not into Keisha's channel, go watch anyway. It was a fun little video. It was cute. It was cute. Go catch a Love Lies and Lace Fronts reaction. Doesn't matter the subject matter. You know, we just talk about life here. It's just another video. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. This was fun. I smell something good going on in the kitchen, so I need to go catch and see what the tea is over there. And I don't know if I'll be back tonight. We may be having some house guests tomorrow, so I need to work with my husband because I care and we're going to get our house together and do some things. But I will be back probably tomorrow afternoon or maybe early in the morning. So if you guys catch me, it might be on the way early tip, like 6-7 o'clock in the morning. We might do like a early live. Okay. Because we are going to have some house guests. We may have some house guests tomorrow. So that's that on that. So you guys probably won't either see me super early or in the afternoon. Okay. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. I will see you all next time. And don't forget to like this live. Let me just check and see if there's any questions before I go. Did I close out the Q&A? Let me make sure. Did I miss any questions in the Q&A? No, but we need to use that more. I feel like it's a great tool. It's not super complicated to use. Let me not even put that on there, but I feel like we just need to use it more. So you guys, when you have a question, you just run it into that Q&A, and that way it just gives me like a list of questions to run through, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. There's 240 of you right now, and a little bit less than half of you have even hit the like button. I know you guys, some of you like to wait to hear what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it before you give me my like. So I feel like I should be good on them. So Trisha Thomas, Ketcha, Roxanne, Chrissy's H. I'm reading that now. That's funny. Kiki's Lips, Cat Serenity, Trisha Thomas, everybody, Ari, everyone who I did not get a chance to talk to. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate you. B Kane, okay, Will, and Scarlett, Queen to you, everyone who came through. If I missed you, I'm sorry. And Bougie Gang, stand up. Jamie Zebra 23. Okay, everyone. Thank you for coming through today. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, take care and
I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking
Don't
life.
get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still talk my shit. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still
I'm that bitch.
talk my shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch.
Whatever.
I'm that bitch.
There's different
I'm that
technicalities to the shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that
I'm
bitch.
just saying, whatever negativity. Hold on. Hello.
Call me like 5 hours away.
Alright.
I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch.
Don't get me
I'm
wrong,
that
I'm still a
I'm that
petty bitch and I'll
that
still
bitch.
talk
I'm
my
that bitch.
shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm just playing. I'm that bitch.
still a petty bitch, and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm just playing.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch, and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm just playing. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. Ooh, why Fashion Nova keep hitting me up though? Cause I'm that bitch. 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 I'm just playing.